going on, party people? We're back with another commentated set from Babymonochrome. This is a round one match with a welcome guest versus Mok3s, who is the No Johns 4 champion. I would like to add their finals set has been covered on this YouTube channel, and the semifinals, and the round one match from that, because it was against me and I got obliterated. I'll never forget that. But yeah, welcome guest versus Mok3s. And yeah, cool seeing Mok3s back in another tournament here. Very happy to cover their games. And this is one of those matches that Empty said I definitely should cover. So here we are, covering this round one match. Looking at a welcome guest side, you see a Dwebble. Am I saying that right? I am saying that right. A Dwebble, an Axew, which is thing can SD, this thing can Dragon Dance, this thing could just be choiced of some variety. Who knows? But could potentially be a threatening Pokemon. I don't know. You got to get through that Pharaoh Seed on the Mok3s side of things too. A welcome desk on our perspective, by the way. Mok3s on the other perspective. You got a Drifloon as well. This thing looking to do some unburdened acrobatic shenanigans, no doubt. A Clamperl, which is also looking to get set up with a Shell Smash. I know plenty about that technique, I must say. One of my favorite strategies, I think, in Black and White Little Cup is yeah, Shell Smash Clamperl. Such a strong Pokemon too. With the Deep Sea Tooth item, this thing can just hit really high damage output for this tier. Speaking of very high damage output, you have an Abra, which can definitely hit hard if it's Life Orb. It could also just be straight up Focus Sash too to make sure you live a hit. It's got the Magic Guard ability, so we won't really care too much about hazards. And then a Volibee as well. On the Mok3s side of things, you got a Volibee of their own, a Mindfu, of course, right? A Porygon, of course. I mentioned in the last match that Porygon's just been everywhere this tournament. A Pharaoh Seed, this thing's probably looking to set up hazards. This thing runs T-Bolt sometimes too, so something to think about. You know, you got to think that welcome guest is looking to get rid of that Pharaoh Seed and start setting up for a potential Clamperl sweep later on. And since you got a couple setup mons too, and who knows what this Volibee is, it makes me think that maybe this Axew might be like Choice Scarfed or something like that. And that Dwebble, I'm thinking, is probably just looking to set up spikes and rocks rather than being a shell smashing set, but who knows. Back to the Mok3s side, yeah, you got a Diglett there as well, and a Carvanha, which might be the first time I've seen this in this tournament. You know, it's a dark water typing. It's got the speed boost ability, so this thing could be looking to set up. Sorry, I totally messed up the dimensions there. Yeah, so cool seeing that Pokemon in this match. We'll see if it actually gets to put in some work here. And there was something else I was going to say, and I totally forgot, so it must not have been that important. But yeah, let's get into it. This battle could go a lot of different ways, so yeah, here we go. Okay, so Dwebble lead from welcome guest. Mok3s leading with Mindfu, just clicks knockoff to break a potential sturdy. No, just kidding, it's weak armor. Gets a speed boost from that, so it's probably looking to outspeed here. Sets up stealth rocks. Ooh, tough high jump kick miss from Mindfu. They gotta think Dwebble's gonna be taking that. Clicks knockoff the Mindfu's a Violet, and then just gets out of there. Yeah, gets another weak armor boost, so this thing is getting faster and probably outspeed anything on the Mok3s side of the field. Gets another spike up, eats a Giga Drain from a Pharaoh Seed, so Dwebble looking to get just getting lots of value out of this Dwebble from a welcome guest. Will drop to a Giga Drain here, but you have a spike and some rocks up. Volibee comes out, probably looking to threaten a Heat Wave here. Porygon switches in and traces weak armor as no, it's Nasty Plot. So we got a Volibee also looking to set up here. Dark Pulse doesn't quite get there on the Porygon. It'll have to eat a T-Bolt and then can follow up with another Dark Pulse. But this Volibee, I don't think it's taken another hit. Maybe not from a Carvanha, which clicks Protect here to get a guaranteed speed boost. On a Hidden Power, who knows, Fighting maybe? Doesn't matter, but Carvanha's going to finish it off with a Hidden Power of their own, which is also neutral damage. And then clicks Dark Balls on the Clamperl, which is going to follow up with a Surf, so there you go. So Clamperl taking a hit there. Diglett switching in just a revenge kill here. Clicks Pursuit. And it is Life Orb. Drifloon switches in. Ooh, probably going to drop to a beat up. Oh, maybe not. Nope, not quite. It takes a Life Orb hit, and then it gets its acrobatics. So this thing's looking to sweep. It's going to have to break through the Pharaoh Seed here. Sets up a Nasty Plot here. I gotta rewind a little bit. Sorry, I was distracted by the chat. There was some calc that went on. Oh, I gotta wait for that. I gotta get caught up first before I can see the calc there. Okay, so Drifloon dies to a beat up here. No, just kidding. It survives a beat up, then gets off the acrobatics. And I think we're gonna see the calc in the chat. Okay, what's going on here? Volibee switches in. Mok3s. Oh, I think Mok3s is just saying they got a unfortunate roll there. Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, it looks like that Drifloon should have dropped. 4 hits. Yeah, okay, I'm just trying to understand that. Yeah, so some bad rolls on the Mok3s side of things there, I think is what they're getting at. So, anyways, Volibee switches in, and oh, Drifloon clicks Memento here as Volibee sets up a nasty plot and gets rid of that drop. Confirming this is a nasty plot, Volibee, obviously. Big crit on the Axew. I think that mattered. And it obviously depends on the item there. Abra switches in, clicks Charge Beam. It is sashed, exactly what you want in this situation. Another Charge Beam, and it gets a boost on this one. Didn't get a boost on the first one. Mindful switching in. If this thing's got Fake Out, this is done, and it does. So, Mok3s taking game 1. Yeah, big crit on the Axew. I mean, if that was like Dragon Dance, this potentially could have been a different game, right? Because, I mean, I don't know, maybe if you switch around with the Mindfu and Fake Outs and all of that, maybe this could have gone a bit differently, but yeah, Mok3s taking game 1. Let's hop into game 2. Alright, game 2, Mok3s versus a Welcome Guest. Starting things off on the Welcome Guest side of things, you got a Timber. Awesome Pokemon, looking to potentially click something like Mach Punch. So the reason why you want to use Timber over something like Mindfu is because you get that priority stab, Mach Punch, especially if you start getting some boosts up as well. Drifloon again, bringing the Drifloon to this one as well, and a Diglett. You got a Porygon and an Omnimite. This one I'm thinking might be looking to set up hazards. Could be a Shell Smashing set, who knows. And then an Abra. And it's important to note, Welcome Guest bringing a Focus Sash Abra last game. Potentially Life Orb won this one, we'll see. Mok3s has an Omnimite of their own, and looking at their team, I don't know, tough to say. Might be more of a sweeper because there's an what's it called? Pharaoh Seed there as well, which could set up hazards. So yeah, both these Omnimites could go either way, in my opinion. Now you got an Abra, Drifloon as well, so you got that little 1-2 punch on both sides of the field. A Mindfu as well, so fighting type to kind of complement everything, as mentioned in Pharaoh Seed. And then a Magnemite looking to trap Steel types, except that a Welcome Guest did not bring any Steel types to this match, so Mok3s has nothing that they can trap. So yeah, I don't know, maybe Magnemite will get some use, but probably looking more like a sack in a certain situation here. But let's get into it. Mindfu lead from Mok3s, Timber lead from a Welcome Guest, gonna eat a Fake Out from the Mindfu, and then a knockoff from the Mindfu. So loses its a Violite, clicks Drain Punch, gets a little bit of, no, it gets all that HP back, I should say, and then eats in a High Jump Kick for 75% and clicks a Bulk Up. So this thing's threatening a Mach Punch here. Ooh, more like threatening a High Jump Kick miss, and then clicks Payback. That is rough. Drifloon switching in here, threatening that thing out. Omnimite switches in to resist that Acrobatic. Still does some decent damage though. Follows up with an HP Fighting? Tough to say. Porygon tracing Unburden here. Oh, and then gets its Unburden activated from a knockoff, which is kind of a funny interaction, I must say. Because that's a fast Porygon there. I mean, that Drifloon's paralyzed anyways, but still, it's now on the follow-up. I mean, this is going to outspeed any of Mok3s' Pokemon. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I must be, that's not Scarf Magnemite, is it? Could be. Because Unburden activates, right? Because the knockoff, the Violite was knocked off. Someone let me know in the comments. Does this Porygon have Unburden activated right now? I'm thinking this is a Scarf Magnemite. Maybe we'll see it switch up its moves and confirm this whole scenario. Clicks Recover. If it clicks Flash Cannon again, this might just be a Scarf Magnemite. Again, let me know in the chat, guys. Porygon Quick and Recover there as Pharaoh switches in. Drifloon comes back out. And maybe we can see what kind of hidden power. Oh no, it's a Will-O-Wisp Drifloon, actually. That thing's gonna take a T-Wave. Maybe this thing's got, what's it called? Aftermath? Yeah, it could be an Aftermath one, but, no, sorry, it's Flying Gem. Of course this thing's Unburdened, so there you go. Gets fully parried. That thing was going to outspeed the Pharaoh Seed after and Burden. And then Diglett comes out to go for the revenge kill here. Clicks Earthquake. I see an apology. Did I miss some hacks there? Let me go back. Probably the full para, right? Yeah, no, there's gonna be a full para here, right? Yeah, there it is. And then the Pharaoh. Okay, sorry, I kind of missed that little bit of hacks. Which happens? What happens when you play Pokemon? Okay, Diglett comes out for the revenge kill. Clicks Earthquake. And Mok3s going into their Omnimite here. Maybe Shell smashing up against the Porygon. No, clicks Ice Beam. And that's a 2-8 KO. Knocks out the Porygon. Abra coming out looking to get a big hit off. But Psychic not even doing half. And it turns out it's another Sashed Abra. Which is a 2-8 KO with the Psychic there. Magnemite coming out. This thing's paralyzed. Takes a Hidden Power flying and then is able to revenge kill with the Flash Cannon, but Timber can come out, click Drain Punch, get a little bit of HP back. But that Abra is going to be a threat to the Timber. It's going to get some chip with the Mach Punch, and then the Diglett can follow up and outspeed and knock this thing out, likely with an Earthquake. As Abra clicks Protect, and looks like Welcome Guest is going to get the victory, yeah, so... There you go, good game. And Welcome Guest ties this up at 1 apiece. And let's get into game 3. Alright, here we go. Game 3, Welcome Guest versus Mok3s here. Welcome Guest bringing a team I think I saw on the Smogon forums earlier today, actually. As there's a Smoochum on the field. That's right, on a Hail team. So you're probably thinking that this... or I'm probably thinking that the Smoochum's probably packing Blizzard. It might be Trick Choice Scarf. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I did see a similar looking team on the forums earlier today when just kind of going through some teams in preparation for all this and my own round 2 match, or losers bracket match next week, I should say. Yeah, so anyways, they're also packing a Staryu here, a Porygon, of course. Again, Pokemon of the tournament, in my opinion. As I mentioned already, a Smoochum, and bringing the Hail with the Snover. And a Ghastly as well. Is this the first time we've seen a Ghastly in this match? I think it might be kind of unusual, unless I'm missing something here. Game 2, no Ghastly. Game 1, yeah, no Ghastly. Okay, it's the first time we're seeing a Ghastly here. It's kind of weird. And then on the Mok3s side of things, we got another Abra, of course. Another Diglett. And another Porygon and Polybeast. So we've seen some very similar Pokemon here. Tortuga, finally. This thing can actually Shell Smash. It does get access to Stealth Rocks too, so maybe it's doing both. I don't know, I've seen that as well. And then Drifloon as well, with another very common Pokemon in this matchup, so... There you go, this should make for a fun match. Let's get in, or a fun game, I should say. Let's get into it. Drifloon lead from Mok3s as Welcome Guest sets up the Hail right away, looking to get some value out of that Smoochum later on. If it is indeed packing Blizzard. Staryu takes the Acrobatics and then follows up with a Protect to get a little bit more Hail damage on the, well, both Pokemon, I guess. It's going to drop to a Shadow Ball. Drifloon takes some more Hail damage here. Porygon switches in, traces on Burden, and then clicks Memento. Okay, Mok3s making an aggressive play here. Looking to maybe set up. Oh no, it goes into their own Porygon. Okay. And clicks Trick, and tricks a Choice Scarf to this opposing Porygon on the Welcome Guest side of things. So this is a Choice Scarf Porygon we're looking at here, which is locked into T-Wave. Diglett's able to trap, and yeah, can just knock this thing out. No, sets up a sub first, and then can knock it out. So Mok3s really taking advantage of this situation. Oh, it's got Hone Claws. Wow. That is bizarre. I think I've never seen anything like that, but yeah, I mean, Mok3s can just go to town, eh? I mean, a Welcome Guest can't switch out. You're behind a sub. I do wonder what the other coverage move this Diglett is packing. Along with, you got to think Earthquake, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, it doesn't get all the way up. Maybe it doesn't want to take all this Hail damage. So smart play by Mok3s not getting too greedy with the boost because it's losing all his HP due to Hail. Clicks the Earthquake, so it's probably not packing any rock move, and yeah, this thing's just gonna drop. So Welcome Guest right back in this game. Hang on. Mok3s is saying something in the chat there. Abra switches in. Click too fast. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe Mok3s is gonna go for something else. We didn't see a fourth move from that thing. I do wonder if it was packing a rock move for coverage. Yeah, who knows, right? Okay, so Snover's just gonna break this Abra's potential sash, and then Abra can just knock it out with a psychic here. Smoochum switching in. I think this thing's Choice Scarf, and I guess we're not gonna find out right now. But we are seeing a Blizzard coming here. That's doing enough to 2-hit KO this Porygon. This Porygon just coming in as a sack here. And then Tortuga coming out. Probably can take a Blizzard, and then Shell Smashes up. So Mok3s playing very aggressively here. Does make me wonder what kind of Volibee we're looking at there in the back too. Aquatail's gonna clean knock out this Ghastly. Can Smoochum outspeed? Maybe? No. Well, I guess we're not gonna find out because it has Aqua Jet. Let me do the math there. I mean, if Tortugas get up to 24, that's Choice Scarf. I mean, maybe that was a speed tie actually. Vulcan guessed. Yeah, they just forfeit. They know this is done because Diglett's not taking a hit. I'm taking a +2 Aqua Jet, so do the math again here. A half of 17, that's 8.5. Oh no, that Smoochum should have been faster. Well, there you go. I mean, good thing you had the Aqua Jet, right? So Tortuga getting things done. Cool way to end this. I think that thing's destined for the thumbnail of this video, if I do say so myself. And yeah, looking to cover 1, maybe 2 more matches from round 1, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for supporting the channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. And thanks for watching. Peace.